What's up, everybody? Sinful Pandora here. I am back after quite a bit of a break. Basically, probably been a week since my last video upload, I think. And then, honestly, before that, it was like another week. So, yeah. So, a little update about some things that have been happening. So my husband and I, had a water pipe bust in our basement and leak everywhere. And as many of you know, I stream and record. My whole setup basically is in the basement of our house. Now, we do have a full-size basement, so this was in the bathroom that the water pipe had this issue, and we did get to it pretty soon. So, I mean, it was still bad, and the whole basement is still kind of tore up, but like not so much the specific room that that we're in. So kind of fortunate in that regard. I technically can still play and record and stream. However, it's not been a very great experience to be down here, and it's not even been a very good recording experience because there were these really loud fans for the water removal and stuff. So anyway, nobody wants to hear about all that, but it's been a really crappy experience, and it's not been the start to Ark Survival Ascended that I hoped it would be. But we still have been logging on to the game some and having fun with it where we can, and I've still made content for the Arcade Ambassador program whenever that's possible. But that's basically what I've been doing, streaming and then making the content that the program requires, and then not really able to do much else other than that. So yeah, so what does this mean for episode content? I want to talk about this real quick. The last episode I uploaded was episode 3, and I think I did like 2 videos in like a week, like one at the beginning of a week, one at the end of a week, and then the third one was like a whole week after that. And I was like, oh, I'm gonna get back on, schedule after this. And then everything happened with Thanksgiving, and it was actually Thanksgiving Day that the pipe busted, and we had all this issues, and it's been a whole thing ever since, right? And I'm actually recording this and hopefully posting this as of December 6th. So it's, yeah, and I think my last video was like, I really want to say it was actually posted before Thanksgiving. So yeah, it's been a very long time. And my point with kind of telling you guys all this is just to give you an update and let you know where things are, and like, so what's going to happen with the episodes. Well, I still want to do the episodes, but I have decided that even though I have enough content to make an episode 4, a 5, and a 6, maybe even a 7th, I've decided that I don't think I'm going to actually use any of that content unless I have some of it playing like right now in the background when I'm talking or something, which I might do that. But unless that happens, or there's like, I don't know, some kind of an arcade program thing that the video, that some of that content would work for or something. Other than that, don't expect to see that content, because honestly, I think what I want to do is just give you an update today on what's been happening and just kind of just show you what we've been up to, because I do want to make clear real quick, we haven't done any caves, we haven't done any bosses, except for the boss video that we did where we didn't actually do that boss. Like, we did, but we like cheated in the stuff and did it just to show like worst tames and all of that to fight a boss with. We didn't actually do it as part of our playthrough. So in this actual playthrough, still no caves, still no bosses, and yeah, we have been working on relocating a base from the beach to the redwoods, taming a bunch of creatures to help us with harvesting and getting some breeding set up to try to get ready to eventually go into caves and eventually go fight some bosses, and just harvesting a ton of resources. And then also welcoming some of our new friends from console to the server, because some of them were actually able to join even just as of today. So, I picked a few. I think I picked a few too many things up, huh? I think I better put some of these on Sikorsky. Anyway, get on him and take the stuff back. So yeah, I wasn't really planning on coming out and picking up any supply drops, but yeah. What I wanted to do is just kind of show you guys what we've been doing. So we had a beach base. You can see we're in the redwoods right now. We have a beach base. We still have it. A beach base about right here. And we are going to keep that base. And we're going to actually make that our little beach location for when we start exploring in the water more, which is something else we haven't really done. And we want to kind of make that our little setup location for when we go out in the water. I think it's going to work great for that. Also, r.volumetric cloud space 0 and r.volumetric fog space 0. If your server allows it or you're single player or whatever, I actually don't even know if a server can stop it, but yeah, like definitely do that because that is going to improve your frame rate and just overall quality of the game, in my opinion, so much. But yeah, what have we done? We've relocated, we've tamed a bunch of things, we've went on some supply drop runs, or we've just, went all around the map. We obviously tamed this Rhino Natha, which was huge. It's my first Rhino Natha tame, and there is actually a video of that because that was part of the Arcade Ambassador program. I did that as part of a charity stream incentive, and we did that over on Twitch, and that was all for the Arcade program. The charity was Choose Mental Health. They were doing their, I believe it was Mind Quest Live 2023 fundraiser, so I think that goes on until December 15th if anyone wants to go donate. But at any rate, we've been working on these things, and I didn't feel like it was necessary to do a whole episode about it. And especially, like I said, I had all this content labeled like episode 4, 5, 6, maybe a 7th, and I just don't think that we need to do 4 episodes about like relocating. It's obviously like more exciting if you watch the episodes. It's about specific tames, and it's about that early game, and I hate that this playthrough is gonna honestly just kind of not show you guys a lot of the early game. It's kind of gonna skip it because we just feel like, well, I just feel like the quality of the content that I have recorded is just not good enough to show you guys, again, for so many reasons, because I was so stressed and I wasn't doing, I wasn't putting out my best content, but then also it's just really loud. There's a lot of distortion, because like I said, there were fans for water removal in our, in our basement for a week. And even still, my throat's very like sore because of it, because some of you probably know I have a lot of health issues. I have some lung issues. And honestly, like there were so many dehumidifiers and fans. It just really messed up my throat. Actually messed up Ryan's throat pretty bad too. And he doesn't even really have any problems. But I actually have like some issues with that anyway. So at any rate, let me show off the base that we have built. So keep in mind, again, still have the beach base, haven't really done too many updates to it. There's a little greenhouse there. It's a cute little, quaint little base. But then we moved out here and we said we want to do something really different that we've never done before. We want to do some tree platforms. And I'm just going to give you kind of a walkthrough of it. So I love that door. It just gives me like crazy Jurassic Park vibes. Like I love it so much. And I'm just going to leave Sikorsky here. So we got this huge tree platform that has actually been built out a little bit. And I'll show you underneath the base in a second to show you what that looks like. Ryan put a lot of work into this. So you can see it's really big because it fits 2 Brontos. We've been breeding them. We want to get some more to try to get some more rhinos because currently this is our only one. And of course we have 3 tribe members and a bunch of friends joining the server. And I don't know how many of them will, join or what they'll want to. Sorry, I heard noises there. Or what they'll want. I'm not just going to give them a Rhino Nath or anything like that. But, I might give them a Bronto or something to go try to tame one with. But at any rate, obviously the platform is very big. Because look how much it houses. We've got our little Oviraptor Verla here collecting all her little eggs. We got these 2 out because we're wanting their eggs. Moss Chop eggs produce superior kibble. We're trying to make some superior kibble right now. Trying to make exceptional kibble. So that's why the Rexes are out right now. And yeah, basically this is just a kind of a breeding station. I actually really love this little area over here, how it looks. It's got the stairs on both sides, and then it's got this little like under area. I love that. We were going to do stairs that came like directly down in the center, and I'm really glad that we didn't because it would have just cut into like almost to the tree basically, and we couldn't have expanded this platform very much. So ignore the Bronto tails for a second. They're not going to be there too much longer. But yeah, this is another tree platform that's been built out, obviously. And you'll see in a second where it gets a little bit less perfect, but I think so far it looks good. Now, we aren't going to leave these railings forever. So if you look down there, we did build those walls up some, just, you know, because the dinosaurs were there. And we didn't want them running off the edge, and we didn't want things bothering them. But this is going to be much more intricate. We're going to have some high walls with some windows and different things. But right now, we just put a very basic railing around the whole thing. And we also just have stuff sitting everywhere, right? Like just stuff we found. Like we actually found an industrial grinder, a couple of them, honestly, in some drops. And then we actually used the first industrial grinder we found to then grind up the next couple. So got a bunch of resources from that. We managed to get an industrial forge. Like we are fully into electricity. And can I also just say super quickly, I love the fact that the generator does not need the wires and cables and things that it used to need, and if things are in range, they're powered, and I absolutely love that. Can I also just say though, I wish you could extend the range of it by placing another generator nearby, and apparently that's a thing we might be able to do in the future, and there actually is a mod for that already, so we might install that if it's crossplay or cross-platform, I should say. But I don't know about that, but I don't know if we'll install a mod, but I hate that you can't just make another generator and extend the range. So really dislike that. But at any rate, here's what we got. We got a bunch of our stuff. This was where we were hatching Bronto eggs. We have the other mod that we're using, actually the only mod right now, and it is our cryopod mod. And then hopefully here in a few weeks, because I think they said sometime in December, right? They'd be bringing cryopods for real. Hopefully then we can get rid of that. We didn't really want to install a mod for that, but it's like, what are you going to do? Like, cryopods are just too useful. I don't really want to play this game without cryopods. Now, you may be asking, like, what is this design? What, like, this is just chaos, right? And I totally agree with you that it is chaos. But I'd like to tell you it's organized chaos. Unfortunately, I don't even really think it's organized chaos. What it is something that we're fixing. Okay. This is all going to be organized. We're going to have storage rooms. We're going to have areas for smelting. We're going to have like little sleeping quarters set up. It's going to be great. You just have to trust the process. We're going to get the walls done. We're going to set this up. We're going to have different like little rooms. We just got the materials all ready to build a chem bench. We're going to probably build that tomorrow. An industrial cooker and then a chem bench. And then at that point, I think we'll be mostly into, without going into tech stuff, obviously, which we can't do yet. We're going to go into mostly electricity stuff. And so once we have all that, we're going to kind of set up this area how we want. And this is going to be Ryan and Jason's project, is to set up this platform that we have built out. And let me just take Acre for a second, because I left Sikorsky down there. Let me just kind of show you guys what it looks like underneath real quick. And you can see all these foundations that were added to the original, the base tree platform. And then it was built out with little ceiling pieces, some of which were the squares and some of which were the triangle pieces. Sorry about that. You can kind of see it from that angle. Yeah. And then we put the railing, and then we're just merging these tree houses together. And now I think the first, which is the one I'm calling, you know, it has all the dinosaurs on it. The first and the second, which I consider this one, I think they merged pretty well. I showed you where the stairs were, and I think they merged really well. This one does not merge quite as well, quite as good. But I think it's going to look pretty good once we make some changes. So this is the most recent one that we've installed, and it's the least done for sure. So you can see there's some obvious issues like this, which we have some plans to cover that up, just like clipping issues. So it doesn't clip as bad on this side, but obviously it kind of does on this. And we tried a lot of different ways of positioning the platforms, and it just kind of happens like that. We might be missing something, I don't know. But we're going to make it look good. We're going to cover it up with some stuff. I have a plan. And as you can see, right now, we needed some fertilizer. So we got this little business going here. We just need to get like a temporary little greenhouse set up to make some kibble the other day. But anyway, as I always call this, the forbidden chocolate ice cream. I don't know. Like, I know that's not what it is. Because like, I know that this is supposed to be like a bag, right? But then it just, to me, yeah, I don't know. Anyway. Don't think too hard about it. So here's the greenhouse walls. going all the way around. And my vision for this is maybe a little complicated to see, or not really complicated to see. I'm just kind of bad at explaining stuff. But my plan for this is going to be to have this inner wall and this outer wall. And I actually want there to be one more inner wall. And I may honestly bump this out and have this to be two rows like thick. So like this and this. And basically this is going to be like a hallway. And to the left, you're going to see to the inner like tree ring, and there'll be doors where you can come in and out. There's going to be like water reservoirs and tree taps, and you're just going to be able to walk around this circle and get to these different doors that lead to these like different rooms with this different stuff in them. And I guess my kind of vision for that is like, it feels like a lab, basically. That's what I want it to feel like a greenhouse or like a laboratory kind of. And because some of it is going to function like as a greenhouse. And yes, I know this should be closed. This was closed for max greenhouse effect, but then I opened it up recently because I was working on it. So anyway, I don't want to take too much time on this video since it's mostly me talking. But yeah, so the vision here is to have like a hallway, and then, and I don't know why. There's no need for the hallway, by the way. I just think it looks good, and I just want that, right? So the hallway is going to be like, there's going to be a hallway. And then to the left, you're going to have doors that go into rooms that are for different things. So like a lot of these are going to be for like greenhouses, crop plots, like you see there, just growing. There's 11 different things to grow. I know some of them don't need to be used for kibble or anything like that, but I just want to grow them all for dyes and just because it looks good. So yeah, 11 different things to grow, and I'm going to do more than 11 crop plots. I'm going to do 2 to 3 at least of every one. And then we want to have a room where we have some bees, because I don't know if you saw, but we do have a beehive over there. We did get a queen bee. So we're going to have a room for like bees, and it's going to have like a little chest that says like, you know, ghillie suit inside, please put on or whatever. So you don't get the bees like affliction thing, debuff, whatever, put on you. Then there's going to be a room with dung beetles and pheomias to get fertilizer production up and going and somewhat automated at least. The pheomias obviously to make the poop. Right now we actually have some toilets that we found from drops set up, and so we were using those to get the greenhouse started. And then we're gonna have like almost like a little kitchen room that's probably gonna be over here more, and that's gonna have like grills and industrial grills, industrial cookers, and then some like refrigerator storage. Yeah, and just have this whole like neat like little like, I don't know, greenhouse laboratory vibe like going on. And I wanted to do like sloped roof or like a domed roof, honestly, like all the way to the inside of the tree. But then I just really liked this idea when I was flying around on Sikorsky. Let me go grab him. When I was flying around after I had just made the initial little greenhouse, that I was like, oh, let's just get it made. Let's just get something started. I don't care if it looks perfect. Yeah, when I had made that, I was looking and I was like, you know what? I actually kind of like the way that this looks like from above when you fly over it. Let's fly in from a different angle here. I was like, I actually kind of look, and I was closed off. It looked a little bit better because it was just a small section. But I was like, I actually kind of like the way that I think it could look if we went all the way around, like had a circle. Now, we do have some ceiling pieces put down, I will say, because I just, like I said, I wanted to get the greenhouse effect going. But we plan on raising the roof of this like all like 2 or 3 high. So it won't just be 1 high. So if you're thinking that that looked bad, because like, look, these touch the top, like I agree. And obviously there's going to be some light sources in here because it doesn't need to be so freaking dark. But yeah, they're going to be much taller. There's going to be light sources. And I think it's going to look like really good from above with just honestly a flat roof. And anytime I can get away with something easy like a flat roof, because it's already going to be a little complicated with the angles. Honestly, it's gonna be a mess. But yeah, anytime I can get away with a flat roof, I feel like that's a W. So that's my plan for this platform. This is the platform that I'm kind of taking on. I am not an expert builder by any stretch of the imagination, so I'm just kind of hoping it's gonna look good and be functional. I really want it to be practical. That's super important to me. That's normally what I do in my builds. I make something that is really practical. I need more thatch. But yeah, that's the update on what we've been doing. Yeah, I guess that's the update on what we've been doing around the base. Let me go grind these down. But yeah, that's the update on what we've been doing around the base. And, what happened here? I saw that one of the Rexes killed an RG, so I guess they went kind of crazy. Oh, what a mess. What a mess. What a mess. What do we got? Some RG Talons, probably. Yeah. Great. Anyway, as always, getting sidetracked in Ark because things tried to kill me and or my dinos. I have no Bronto saddle right now, so I really can't even very easily move these two. But you know what? Let's just cryopod them for now. I love cryopods. Seriously, do not know how anybody plays this game without them. Literally could not be me. But yeah, without getting too sidetracked here, let's talk about some of the content that I have planned for videos. Basically, I want to just continue the Let's Play format, a little bit of like highlight reels and such. The reason that I'm not, like I said, I'm not doing the other content that I already had recorded because, I don't know, it's just so far behind stream at this point. It's not the quality I want. You know, a bunch of the reasons I already went over. And I think it's just gonna feel like a little bit of like, I don't know, a fresh start. I think it'll be better to do it this way. Oh shoot, we're out of crop pots. I think it'll be better to do it this way, right? Is just kind of get everything like back on track where my Twitch channel isn't so completely different than my YouTube channel. And I'm at like 21 minutes right now, so I better wrap this up. But I think our plans for the week are to, because I have a really busy streaming schedule this week where I'm playing a couple other games other than Ark. But and I also am still meeting with contractors and stuff to get the basement stuff figured out. But I do think the plan for this week is to do a couple Ark streams, hopefully release another Ark episode after this one, where it's going to be a lot of base building, resource gathering, maybe some more tames. So honestly, a lot of that stuff that was in the other content that I'm not posting, that, you know, was kind of like missed out on, it's still going to be happening. Like, I don't feel like anything major like caves or bosses, you know, was missed. And, you know, now, like I said, we'll have a bunch of new people on the server because a bunch of our console friends have joined now. And so that's really exciting, and we'll do some fun stuff with that. So thank you for listening to my rambling. Honestly, I don't even think I'm going to edit this. I think I'm just going to upload it. Just send it straight in to YouTube, because that's one thing I want to try to do as well. I really want to try to just... Okay, this thing kind of mean, actually. I really just want to try to... I want to try to get better at shooting this... Oh, that's only level 20. I thought it said 120. Anyway, 10 thoughts at once. Sorry about that. I want to try to get better at just not editing footage and just kind of sending it as is. Like, just sending it kind of raw to YouTube. And it's just going to take a lot of kind of mental load off of me. And hopefully you guys will enjoy that it's just kind of raw, authentic content. Just me rambling. I don't know. Yeah, sorry about that. I shouldn't have attacked him. But he looked like he was going to attack me, to be completely fair. Alright, Arlene. Let's go, girl. Arlene was my bird, but I feel kind of bad because I don't really know how much I'm going to use her. Now that I have Sikorsky. Just tell her to stop. Tell her to land. Honestly, too, Sikorsky makes some freaking weird noises sometimes, but kind of creep me out. Anyway, alright. I think I said everything I wanted to say, but probably not, but hopefully. So yeah, stay tuned on my Twitter, X, whatever the heck it's called, for updates about stream stuff. I'm going to be posting a stream schedule actually today for this week. I'm going to try to post them every Sunday for the week. That's probably not going to happen though, because like today is literally Tuesday. Well, Wednesday, because after midnight. But it's still Tuesday because I haven't been to bed, so let's be real. But yeah, yeah, I plan on posting stream schedules on Sunday, and then just stay tuned to twitch.tv/sinfulpandora for streams for Ark and other games, and then just, yeah, subscribe to my YouTube channel as well. Do all the things if you like all the content, and I will see you guys later. Peace. Bye-bye.